Welcome to Random Fist Bump. I'm MJ, here with
Big Dog D.
the Big Dog D. A little hesitation there, but I'm here with the Big Dog D. Coming to you from a place unknown, possibly at the top of an active volcano, ready to spew another hot topic on Random Fist Bump. On today's show, we consult the AI Oracle of Oracles, ChatGPT, on techniques to creep anyone out without saying anything at all. Also, as usual, we go tangential on tangerine-laced tangents that might be thought-provoking or just mind-numbing nectarines. We're keeping it raw, real, relevant, and random. Boom! Let's jump right in, baby. I don't know if you were coming in clear or not. I went bumping. I see you go bump there.
I did the bump.
I did? I must have not seen it.
Yes. Fist bump.
Yes. We're keeping it raw, real, relevant, and random, and we're jumping right in with 17.43 techniques.
Not a fucking chance.
To make anyone uncomfortable.
I'm already uncomfortable, so mission accomplished. Might as well stop the show now. You've
Without
already won.
saying-
Even
Okay.
before that. How efficient can you get?
Okay, so maybe we'll do a part one. Okay, well, maybe we'll put 7 to 10, and
Oh, boy.
okay, and then we'll have a part two. Okay, is that fair enough? We can do a part two.
I don't know if any of this is fair, but okay.
Okay, but before we jump right in, if you're out there, which I hopefully think that you might be, make sure you subscribe, follow, and like us, because that helps us to make more shows. If you don't,
Yes.
we might still continue anyways, but who knows what kind of quality you're going to get if we don't get our ego stroked just a little bit.
Right. So stroke away.
On that note, we're not going to go there. In any case, I'm taking this a little differently. Look, I'm going a little fancier today. Number one.
Whoa.
Yes.
On screen prompting. Nice.
Yes. Number one of 17.43 techniques to make anyone uncomfortable without saying a word is a prolonged sigh. Emit a long, deep sigh.
Just practicing. When you told me there were 17 of these.
You got to be in the right setting for that. To make someone uncomfortable, they can't really know who you are. It has to be, I think an ideal place might be standing in an aisle of a grocery store and then doing the uncomfortable sighs.
Might have to take this one on the road.
Yes, I think a lot of these you have to take on the road. If the person knows you, it's going to be challenging, I think, making them uncomfortable because they know that you're trying to make them uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So it has to be, you have to have a little distance there. So you have to be, here what it's saying is you have to be really practiced because your sigh, maybe it should be ambiguous instead of like, that's like, maybe like, oh, I don't like ramen. I'm like, It's all
Okay.
about the tone of the sigh.
Sure.
Tone of the sigh.
Right.
Okay, don't worry. I actually, it's okay if these aren't so exciting to begin with because I asked our AI friend, to sort them from least uncomfortable to most uncomfortable. So by the end of this, you're going to be feeling very uncomfortable.
Oh, I can't wait because I'm pretty uncomfortable on one, so I can only imagine down the road.
Just hold your horses. We're going to get a lot more
Sure.
uncomfortable. Okay. Number two.
Hold my size.
Yes. Number two. Overly enthusiastic nodding. So for the podcast that doesn't
Do I
exist
think
yet,
17 is too many?
not excessively in response to anything they say or do, making each nod more exaggerated than the last. Do you know what I think that would really work? Is in an interview. I think a person should have fun. They should send off a fake interview somewhere, a fake resume somewhere, and do an interview just for the fun of it, and just shake their head up and down. I think that's a perfect venue for doing some uncomfortable, enthusiastic nodding with a stranger.
Okay.
Because this is partially interactive.
Well, in today's time where they're trying to make quotas for like, people who with disabilities, maybe they think the person is autistic or something with all that nodding and they'll hire them. Maybe it'll turn into an asset.
Ah, interesting. I think we're gonna have to start trying some of these recommendations ourselves and actually do it. I think we're
Sure. Can't wait.
sure. Yeah, you can't
Looking
wait.
forward, motherfucker. Is that better?
Yeah, we're
All
gonna have to.
right.
Do you know what we're gonna have to do? We're gonna have to do a show on 4.35 ways to be more enthusiastic.
Tell me about it, but it's hard to get to that first one.
No, but I think some of these could be really fun. Imagine that we go on LinkedIn, make a fake profile, we set up some job interviews, and
Mhm.
then we just do the
Yes.
we just try some. It'll be like
What if I tried 1 and 2 together? Now I look like I'm panting like a dog.
you're doing combos. You're doing combos.
See? Yeah,
See,
the 1-2 combo.
You're like you're like an old engine. We turn on the car and it's 40 degrees and it's sputtering. But see, we're getting your motor running. We're getting your motor running.
Oh, yeah, you're getting me running. Oh, yeah.
We're
Sure.
getting the motor running. Look at this nice. Look at these nice text overlays. Come on, you gotta enjoy it.
They are
Looks
nice, I have to say. Definitely a step up.
okay. Nice.
Even
Let's
if there are
go.
117 of them.
Let's go to trace on our list of 17.43 techniques to make anyone uncomfortable without saying a word.
Just put on screen overlays.
Okay. Number 3, trace. Avoid eye contact. This is for sure like an autistic one. It's like here I'm like I'm looking at you, but I'm not looking at you. It's like very an awkward glances.
What if you just go into an interview wearing sunglasses like the Big Dog D all the time? I wonder how that would work. Then you're never showing eye contact, or they don't even know.
Yeah, what could be
You going like a fucking rock star thug. So, but imagine I just walk in with my sunglasses, into an interview. What's up, man? How you doing?
Well, we have to think, what are the perfect places that you're holding someone captive where you could do this? I'll give you a couple examples that came off the top of my head. Like go to the bank and withdraw money and you just talk to the person like this. You just turn your head just slightly to the side, don't look at them and say, "I want to withdraw $125.33." And then just don't look at them. Just look off to the side and see where it goes, how awkward that gets.
Okay. I don't know if you can film it. It might not be the ideal place where they allow you to film it is the thing. So for us,
Well, that's why you have to
we have
go
to pick a place. We have to
No,
pick
no,
a
no,
place
no.
that
Go
allows us to film.
surreptitious. Go surreptitious and have a hidden camera.
Ooh, you
And
rebel, you.
and do it under the pretext of journalism and your journalistic integrity.
Uh-huh.
You're investigating. We're doing a study on
Yeah, I don't. All I'm saying is that if you get caught, they might think you're casing the joint to rob it if you got a camera. So,
well,
I-
how about
I
this?
don't- I
What about
don't
the
know
DMV?
how
How
well
about the
received
DMV?
that'll be.
It has to be a place where there's a counter you can go up to. I think how about the DMV? The DMV, you're probably
even those places, they
you're
may not
probably
allow
legally
it because
no,
government
no, no.
plate.
What about those First Amendment auditors? Those First Amendment auditors, they go in to
Can you
almost
go
any
in with
place.
cameras? You can go in anywhere, but can you go in with cameras and videotape? Maybe you can. I guess.
In public places, I think unless they even well, I'm not even 100% sure. A lot of times, even when they have a sign, you see these people go in these First Amendment auditors, and they say, "Sir, you're not allowed to film here." It says, "It's my First Amendment right as a taxpayer to film in this building."
Okay.
But then again, you don't need to. The whole point is you don't want them to see the camera because the camera becomes the whole show, which is what the the First Amendment auditor is trying to do. We're trying to make the weirdness the focal point, which means they can't know that it's happening.
Oh boy.
So deliberately avoid the eye contact, the lack of not the deep stare, but turning off to the side, and it's like,
You mean like this?
yeah. And now imagine you're just talking to someone like that, and you could just talk to a friend like that, and like let's say, what the f is wrong with you? It's like, oh my neck, my neck, it's my neck. What's with your neck? No, it's my neck. See, you can make it even more like gaslighting. You just say, oh, it's my neck. Well, what's your neck? I just told you, it's my neck. You understand that it's my.
I heard you. It's your neck. It's your neck. It's your neck. Got it.
Exactly. I'm telling you, we definitely have to try some of these. We have to get out there into the field and actually test these out and bring back our results. Oh, wait. On that note, on your attitude, I'm gonna have to play something.
10 minutes in and we're on number 3. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel.
Oh my goodness. Let's move on to number 4. These are, first of all, I'm sorry, but I think these are really good tips. I think the AI, when you seed it correctly and you ask certain things out of it, in a certain way, which you have to learn the skill to do that, you get amazing results. I didn't show you this, but I actually had it also take this information and correlate it with 3 other columns with more deeper information. It's incredible what it can do. You can ask for basic information and then say, okay, I want you to correlate this with actual techniques in the field, or
So you're saying there was a lot of work involved in these 17 topics?
no, what I'm saying, which is incredible, is
That shocked me.
that I basically asked it for these topics, and then I had it actually create a spreadsheet, really nerdy, to correlate it with psychological impact, cultural variations, and also body language of quotes. So let me give you an example. The first one that we're talking about, prolonged sighing. And so basically I have another column, and maybe we should make this available to our listeners, which I think
sure.
will,
I'm sure they're riveted with anticipation.
yes, but they might want to make people uncomfortable, and and they just want to go with proven techniques.
Sure.
So here, psychological impact of prolonged sighing may cause the receiver to feel ignored or undervalued. Ah. And the second one, overly enthusiastic nodding, can lead to confusion or frustration, making the conversation feel one-sided. I'm sorry, but I think that's gold. I really do. I think that's really, you see, now you're being a nodding gaslighter. Nodding gaslighter.
Seeing if it works.
Yeah. Okay. On that note, I'm going to have to Jedi you back and go to number 4, which is an unexplained chuckling. Let out a soft chuckle under your breath at random intervals. When asked
Sure.
why, simply shake your head and dismiss it, adding layers to the mystery. I'm surprised that ChatGPT wasn't more woke with this. Do you know what this sounds like to me?
Uh-huh.
It sounds like laughing Tourette's or something like that.
Some kind of a tick or some kind of autism again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like woke ChatGPT, still some of these things slip by the radar of their wokeness.
Sure.
Oh, so this is a good one. The unexplained chuckle, it creates suspicion or paranoia, questioning the chuckler's intention. Did you find something funny? What was so funny about that? Why are we laughing?
A lot of people have nervous laughs.
I don't believe you. You're not a nervous kind of guy. Why are you laughing at me?
Don't tell me if I'm nervous or not. Who are you to tell me how I am?
Well, only a leftist would say that I'm telling you what you are, or maybe
I identify as a laughing fool.
You identify as a laughing fool. Well, I identify as being offended by a laughing fool.
Be offended.
Yeah. So I like this. When asked why, simply shake your head and dismiss it. So ChatGPT was actually very smart with this. Remember, I basically said that I wanted 17.43 ways that are nonverbal. So when the person asks you the reason, you can't say the reason, and the AI knew that too because it is supposed to be nonverbal. So if they ask you why, just shake your head and maybe do a little, what the reason is.
Okie dokie.
Any deeper thoughts?
No, I think you went pretty deep on that one.
I think it's time for another.
Got that right.
Let's go on one of our tangents. Did you have your midday nap today?
I could have had 3 midday naps and nothing would have prepared me for 17 items.
I just told you we could stop at like 7 or 10 and have a part 1, a part 2.
Okay, I like that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Now I'll do appropriate, inappropriate smiling.
We're at number 5. Inappropriate smiling. Boy, a lot of these things are sort of politically incorrect. they're a lot of what people might think are autistic behaviors, right? For our non-podcast listeners out there, the big dog D is giving me uncomfortable,
I'm having
inappropriate
smiling. That's right.
Smile at moments that don't warrant it, especially during serious conversations to send mixed signals. I have to tell you, sir, we've given you 2 weeks left at your job.
Ah.
Boy, that was.
How about if I try a whole bunch of them? I have to tell you, I was laid off. I was laid off once, and I was really happy about it. Actually,
Hey, that happened to me too, dude. That happened
I was
to me
laid
also.
off. Yeah.
I actually, my boss was surprised because I was already preparing for it, and I was happy because he gave me severance, and then I was already ready to move on. To the
Yeah, I
next
got like
thing.
3 months severance, and I was thrilled. I
Yeah.
double dipped, got another job in about 4 weeks, and I was double dipping for 2.5 months.
So this is really the intent. I love this. I love the psychological impact here. It creates suspicion or paranoia, questioning the chuckler's intentions. What is your intent? Why are you giving me this wacky chuckle? You seem happier than you should.
I'm happy because I know that my bitch just slashed your tires.
Uh-huh. Now, I didn't tell you one column here that I thought was interesting that I asked for is the body language expert quotes. I don't even know where it's getting it from. I didn't even ask for these additional columns specifically. I said, I want you to correlate additional information with the original information you gave me. And
Okay.
it gave me some choices. And so it did a really good job on these two columns, which is the cultural variations, which I just showed you, and the psychological impact, and also cultural variation. So what's another cultural variation of this? What it's saying, it says misinterpretation of the laugh of the inappropriate smiling depends on cultural context and norms about humor, and in some cultures they probably just smile a lot, like they probably just smile. So you might be the weirdo if you don't smile in certain cultures.
Okay. Well, often they say smiling is a welcoming, warm sign. So I guess
So you have to make it really weird. Like
It's got to be weird.
it's got to be really weird, really weird. An unexplained chuckling might seem as belittling and raising tensions.
Okay.
You got a lot of okays today, so I think in honor of your okay, it's time for another.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe I'll just do more inappropriate smiling.
Well, I don't want to wear out the trumpet for every show, so I think the big dog D, we're gonna get you out of the.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Okay,
You trying to snap me out of it.
let's go to number 6. Number 6 is odd body language. If a person really thinks about it, this is all golden advice. This is all golden advice. It's really giving you a toolbox to basically be the creepo you can be to achieve your full creepster potential. Cross your arms and legs in an exaggerated manner, or adopt unusual poses while standing or sitting and throw them off. Interesting. Let's see what additional information we have here. Odd body language. Disorient. Oh, this was the psychological impact. Disorients and may signal disapproval or judgment. What's really interesting is that people judge people based on their body language, I think within the first 3 seconds. So you really don't have a lot of time to make a really good bad impression.
Yeah, I mean,
See what I did there?
You would have to be really awkward in order for someone to pick up on that. I mean, unless you're sitting in a weird way, or you're doing something weird with your body or your hands.
You have a
I
shoulder
mean,
tick.
you could, and sometimes people are nervous
Shoulder
and they may
tick,
be
yeah.
a little fidgety or whatnot.
Yeah.
But I would say for the most part, you'd have to do something pretty fucking weird for your body language to come off as being something well beyond just being normally nervous for an interview, which is understandable.
So I think that would be also an interesting thing for a study to see if you can pull one of these off within the first 3 to 5 seconds versus having a normal conversation, and then maybe like 1 or 2 minutes in, You start with, yeah, and then you could just shake it up and do a little sociological experimentation.
Sure. Mix up how bizarre you can act.
I think what's going to
Yeah,
happen is
at that point, imagine if you like combined a chuckle, a giggle, a sigh, fidgety. I mean, you basically seem like you're on drugs or something at that point, or you're like mentally ill if you combine a whole bunch of these things.
and on that note, I think every time you say sure or okay, we're going to have to. Come on, come on. Okay, so that was number 5. No, number 6. Number 7 is very interesting. Oh man, this one is really, really like mentally ill schizophrenic. This is like number 7, whispering to yourself. Whisper something under your breath. Demons, Satan, while looking directly at them, making them wonder if you're really talking about them. Big doggy.
Yeah, that's pretty sociopathic at that point. You go
You gotta look really crazy.
on being.
If you're gonna do that, you have to really look crazy. Meaning the way we just did it, I think we look normal. And if you're doing it, someone's gonna just think you're making fun of them.
If you're talking about making eye contact, I saw this brilliant YouTuber. He was making these videos. No, maybe it was Facebook, and the I think the title of his channel is called "Farting with Eye Contact." He doesn't just fart in public, but he makes sure that he's staring right at you while he rips one. He's just like, and he's literally just gazing at your eyes while he's ripping one in public.
Is he using a fart machine or is
I don't know exactly if he's using a fart machine. Whatever it is, it seems extremely realistic, and he is literally gazing into your soul like, this is happening, and you're not doing anything about it except just keep an eye contact with me, staying in the tractor beam.
So there was this famous actor from those various comedy series in the 70s, like Airplane. Leslie Nielsen. He loved. I don't know if you ever saw him on interviews. He loved to carry a fart machine on every interview he would do, and would constantly be.
Seen that.
Yeah, and he'd be constantly farting during the show.
This is similar to that, except this guy in public does it to complete strangers, and these are prolonged farts with like eye contact for like 5 seconds. Like he's ripping one. And usually after 3 seconds, someone is just bolting out of there away from him. But sometimes people are like a deer in headlights and they just can't look away. They're just like, what?
On that note, I would like to just do a little PSA here. Of course, our viewers out there, please subscribe, follow, and like.
Yes, please do.
And on that note, let's continue to number 8. Am I cutting into your private time here?
For sure.
Do you want to keep going?
My allergies are a little bit acting up. Well, let's try one more and see how it goes.
Okay, this will be like Saving Private Ryan. Big Dog D, I'm gonna carry you over my shoulder. Big Dog D, I'm gonna carry you. I'm gonna carry you.
You're too kind.
I'm gonna carry you off the battlefield.
Oh, thank you. Do I still get to be the big spoon later?
That's an interesting thing. Which one's the little spoon? Is the little spoon in front?
Yeah, the little spoon's the bitch.
First of all, are there any men who are the little spoon?
Yeah, the girl in the relationship, if they're if it's a guy.
I've never had a desire to be the little spoon. Do you think there are dudes out there that their women cuddle with them instead of the other way?
I don't know if they like cuddle in like that spooning way. Maybe they put an arm over, but I don't think they cradle the guy like a fetal position. I don't know. That feels a little. It feels a little funky.
Yeah,
seems a little funky.
I think we're gonna have to find these men. We're gonna have to hunt them down, and we're gonna have to put them through a big spoon cuddle boot camp.
Maybe we take it to the public and say, Are you a heterosexual male?
Why don't
have you ever been spooned by your woman?
Let's do a big. Why don't we can do a big spoon shaming website for those men, or maybe it should be a little spoon. Yeah, it should be a male little spooning website for the man who chooses to be the little spoon.
Little spoon shaming.
I think it warrants it, honestly. Then again, let's move on to number 8.
Sure.
Uh-oh, you said sure or okay. That means it's time
Oh,
for...
boy. The sure count is up to 4. Great. Maybe there should have been a little counter. Ding.
You should have been a little more careful with your... On that note, we're on number 8. Frequent, unexplained pauses. First of all, we can't do that on the show because that just ruins the show. So I'm not. We're not. If we do it like a side, but like a pause, that is just boring for the listeners. We can't do that.
By the way, what's the name of brand of microphone that you have?
You're not gonna con me, baby. You ain't gonna con.
Almost got you. I almost got you.
You ain't gonna con. The kids try to con you with some of those things, which is a joke to what?
I almost got you.
Joke to what?
I know.
Yeah.
I am not. All right.
I am not easily Jedi'd.
All right.
Easily.
It was worth a try. I thought it was a long shot.
Not easily Jedi'd.
Thought it was a long shot.
These are not the microphones that you're looking for.
Exactly.
If you must speak, insert long, awkward pauses between words for no apparent reason, disrupting the flow of conversation. How about like this instead? I have a better idea what you can do with pauses. Like, hi, what? Yeah. How you doing today? Now that wouldn't be clear. That wasn't any technical issue there. But imagine doing that like real time. Putting like really weird, like something wrong with your speech. Is something stuck in your throat?
Well, if someone says how are you and you say good, how are?
Now this is a good one. What is the psychological impact of this? It induces paranoia, making the other person. Oh no, that was for whispering. I'm on the wrong one. Oh, frequent unexplained pauses. It interrupts the flow of conversation, leading to awkwardness, making it awkwardly awkward. Okay. There's a lot of people I'm sure we've met in our lives. They're just really damn strange to begin with. They're just masters in following all of these tips right off the bat.
I don't know what to tell you. There's a lot of strange people out there. But I think keep in mind in today's time, socially awkward is not as people are weirder today, I think, or are more diverse than ever. So socially awkward gets lost in what it used to be because it seemed as though most people were on the normal side, and now you have this counterculture that seems to be growing. So awkward is now a much broader definition than what it used to be.
I don't think your comment was very enthusiastic, so I think it warrants another.
Oh my goodness. All right, part 2 coming up week after never. I can't wait.
Part 2, that's not fair. I think we'll have to stay tuned for part 2 tomorrow, where we go through number 9 through number 17.43 of what's this topic again? Techniques to make anyone uncomfortable without saying a word.
Clearly, how to make your 3 audience members uncomfortable before the next show.
Exactly.
Let them know there's part 2.
And on that note, until part 2. We're going to keep it raw, real, relevant, and random. Bump. Wait, I'm sorry. Before we go out, that was a non-enthusiastic bump. So for the non-enthusiastic bump, it requires one more of that. And on that note, I'm MJ with
Big Dog D.
The Big Dog D. Signing out today. Peace out.